Completely unironically, I'm extremely tempted to do a full review about this game because it is one of the most excruciating things I've ever played, and it being a kids game is no excuse. Well, I told you I would do it, so here I am. Now, I can't really explain to you why I decided to play this game in the first place. At the time I had really bad back pain, so I was constantly changing positions, I struggled to sleep, and I just wanted to play something simple and easy. As such, I ended up playing this game, because I mean, it's hardly Elden Ring now, is it? And after being absolutely graced with the opportunity to play this game, I can happily say that it's one of the most excruciating games I've ever had the misfortune of playing. And I feel sorry for any child who's had the curse of playing it. Now, before some contrarian comes bursting in to tell me that it's a kid's game and I shouldn't be too hard on it.
Shut your fucking mouth! No problem, John. Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
It's meant for kids isn't a good enough excuse for a bad product, because we've already seen how great content that children enjoy can be. So, you load the game up, and before you can even get to the main menu and start playing the game, there's a cutscene. The cutscene plays every single time you load this game up, and like the rest of the cutscenes, it cannot be skipped. That's right people, this game came out in 2021 and we're still dealing with developers that can't put a skip button in their games.
But why? Why would you do that?
You're very lucky that this isn't a very long game. You can usually get it done in about an hour, because if you're experiencing the same annoying bullshit each and every time you had to load this game up, you just wouldn't get through it. Another aspect of this game made apparent by the cutscenes is the level of laziness that went into the audio and the animations. During your time in this game, you will see several characters that do the exact same animations without any changes or unique personality to go with them. And when the game needs background characters, they'll just randomly allocate a model to stand in the background, even if it makes no sense for that character to be there.
You know that 90% of household dust's made of dead human skin? That's what you are. To me.
The lip syncing in this game is god awful. Sometimes the characters' mouths won't be moving but there will be audio, and sometimes there won't be audio but the mouths will be moving. On top of this, they also reuse the same audio, as it'll be the same 1 second laugh audio track played on a loop for about 10 seconds, giving you an idea of what it felt like for Dante to travel through the 9 circles of hell. I would say the worst character experience I had was with the teacher who had a French accent. Now, ignoring the fact that her Frenchness already annoyed me, what made things even worse was the fact that she had a very irritating chuckle to her.
Good job. Now Tiddles is safe and everyone is...
So listening to this exact same laugh over and over again was a level of cruelty I wouldn't even wish upon the worst people in the world, like murderers, people who make tea that looks white, or the Chinese. So anyways, after this opening cutscene, you finally get to start the game up and you begin to create your character. All in all, this is a furry's wet dream, because not only do you get to look at little children, but you can also customize your character with a wide variety of different humanoid animal creatures, giving them unique patterns and colours, on top of having a wide variety of clothes to choose from. Your character then arrives at Peppa Pig's house, and then you just kinda go around and do shit. There isn't really a lot of thought put into this. You just go from place to place, interact with different objects and characters until you reach the end of the game. It's kind of like a Telltale game if Telltale suffered a massive heavy lobotomy. And please be aware of what you click on throughout this game, because as I mentioned, you cannot skip cutscenes. So if you click on an object and then you remember you've already experienced this cutscene, that's a big fuck you while you wait 1 or 2 minutes for it to finish. The game also doesn't really tell you where you need to go or give you any sort of menu or heads up display in order for you to understand what is going on or what you need to do. Sometimes Peppa will tell you to follow her and head in a certain direction, but then after you reach the destination that you were aiming for, she'll just mindlessly stand still, not doing anything.
What the fuck are you doing?
So your gameplay will essentially devolve into just clicking on everything until you progress to the next section. They also made it so that you can do it in a variety of different ways. There isn't really one interconnected story, there's just small side quests around the map that you need to complete. What makes this hilarious is that you can come across these people and they're absolutely fine, but then you interact with them and they immediately lose something or they need something they already have, and it looks very lazy and hastily put together. It also forgets to track where you've been and who you've interacted to, so you'll end up with situations like this.
We found them! We found the glasses!
Have you? That's great, Peppa. Thank you. And thank you. You are a great friend to Peppa.
This is my daddy. Why don't we say hello to him? This is my daddy. Why don't we say hello to him? This is my daddy. Why don't we say hello to him? This is my daddy. Why don't we say hello to him? This is
question. For God. Why?
The walking in this game is very slow. The segments of the game do nothing except pad the runtime out, and at one point I experienced the exact same goddamn cutscene, just with 2 of the characters switched out.
You can't keep getting away with it!
To be honest, I'm not even sure who this game is designed for. If you're young enough to genuinely find Peppa Pig enjoyable and entertaining, then you're probably too young to understand how a controller works. And if you have the brain capacity to use a controller, then the simplistic gameplay and story isn't going to be enjoyable. So all of that, combined with the fact that this game was clearly made out of stale wallpaper paste, leads me to believe that this was just another money laundering scheme. I would not recommend this game to anyone. Just go online and look at the funny reviews about it. Just don't play this game. I don't know why you would design a game and then not have any way to skip any of the cutscenes.
What the hell is this?
So obviously I'm gonna be... Wow, this... Is this the color creator? Is this it?
That's kind of small.
I actually can't believe I'm doing this, to be honest.
God, forgive me.
Welcome to Peppa Pig's town. You'll have a lot of fun here.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Peppa, use the stick to move around.
Alright, tutorial's off to a decent start. Where'd all my mud go? Mud doesn't just disappear. 1 out of 10 wouldn't play again. We're going to the bedroom, Peppa? Why is that funny?
Mummy Pig, have you seen my glasses? I can't find them anywhere.
I don't think I have, Daddy Pig.
They call him Daddy.
This is my daddy. Why don't we say hello to him?
I've already met him. Gil.
I think there's still 1 chicken missing.
What do you mean you think? You know how many chickens you have?
Ding ding cheep cheep cheep. I like to pick up food with my beak beak beak.
Why is George here? Oh, can we ride in the whip? That's some weird looking rocks, like.
We wanted to build sandcastles.
What are we going to do?
On the beach and show Granny and Grandpa Pig the things
I hope we find the end game and we just leave.
Look, I have found something very shiny.
You didn't find shit, that was me.
Is Granny and Grandpa Pig's house. Peppa always has a great time here.
Yeah, I know, I've already been. We've already been here. Why do parents make their kids watch this unironically? Are you taking the piss? We've already done this. That's it, that's the castle. That's a fucking tower, man.
Do you recognize this? It's our house.
Well, it's not my house, I don't live with you. Is Daddy Pig gonna kidnap me?
But it seems to be very cold up there.
It's very cold in the snowy mountains, no! What's the point in that? You could have just teleported me back home.
This is my daddy.
I know this is your daddy. I've fucking met him like 17 different times.
Well done.
Wow, the lip syncing is fucking atrocious, like.
Would you mind turning it back on so I can read?
Oh, look at me. I'm 40 years old and I can't read. So Mummy Pig teleported again. Why do so many characters in this city have supernatural powers? That butterfly is giving some looks, if you know what I mean. So Miss Rabbit just does everything, basically.
We want nothing! For camping? Ah, Peppa.
Oh no, she's French.
You and your pal. Why don't you pitch your tent?
You want me to pitch a tent?
Yeah, boy.
That's terrifying. This is how cults are born.
Mummy, can we give them some food?
We could, but it seems there's only Daddy's sandwich left.
There's a massive block of cheese there, you stupid bitch.
I'm full.
At least someone is.
There's no way that Daddy Pig didn't eat his food first. I mean, look at him. I've always wanted to try a ski lift. Well, actually, I've always wanted to actually just go like into the snowy mountains and ski, but I've never had the opportunity. But now this is my chance with Peppa Pig. Oh, I really hope all my pain and suffering is worth this video. Let's go for a ride in the whip. Boom. In the back of my car, took off her panties and took off her bra. Boom.